So there's this famous quote line that's been going around for years, and it's a CEO and a CFO, and they're talking, they're having a conversation, budgets, all that kind of stuff. And the CFO turns to the CEO and says, well, what if we continue to invest developing these people and they leave? And the CEO thinks about it for a little while and responds, yeah, but what if we don't and they stay? It's a big deal, right? Big deal. If we're going to cultivate an environment of peak performance, of peak engagement, you know, if retention is important to you, if engagement is important to you, if development of your team members is important to you and you as a leader, then let's connect. Let's connect, let's co-create, let's do something crazy, which actually shows people that their contributions matter. We had great conversation yesterday, great exchanges yesterday on yesterday's message. It was fantastic to see, and I'm honored by it. And so thank you very much. Let's continue that conversation. Let's move from learning something to now applying something. And if you want a whole bunch of cool tips, you know, we're working from our Help Them Grow or Watch Them Go, one of my favorite books ever. So let's take a look at what we were talking about yesterday. Is what if we could take conversations from being a once in a year thing, if that, to an ongoing conversation, like creating that space. What if we could? Taking that and moving it into action. So if we're gonna do this, we're gonna start by doing a couple micro steps. We're just gonna ease our way into building this up, because if it's overnight, if it's a switch that goes on overnight, people are gonna be asking a lot of questions, which is good too. But let's start with some basics. So today I just wanted to share 2 or 3 ways that I've seen incredibly beneficial in embedding this culture and helping this culture grow to a standpoint where employees and leaders can talk to each other ongoing, and they're just micro conversations. There's a whole bunch of awesome tips in the book. I just want to share from my own experience and where I've seen working in companies, for companies, outside of companies, partnering with companies, experiencing it as an employee, cultivating it as a leader myself, and then partnering with leaders on embedding it in their part of the organization. So if we're going to start these micro conversations, we need to start from a baseline, right? So let's set up a half an hour conversation with your team members individually, right? Letting them know, like, listen, this is where I want to grow. I want to grow as a leader. So in order for me to grow as a leader, I need to invest in you, understanding where you're at, what you're wanting, what your goals are, those kind of things, and then see how I can best support you. This isn't do for you. This is best to support you. And that's encouraging. So set that reminder, just throw it out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has meetings on their calendar. If you have a meeting on your calendar, say, where are you putting your attention? Are you focused on data and reports and all that kind of stuff? Because if that's where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. Where attention goes, energy flows. And so if it's important to you, you will put your attention on it. So therefore, setting the little calendar invite and sending that, letting them know, hey, we're going to have a career development conversation. There are no guarantees. There are no promises. There are no, magic answers. But starting with the questions and starting from a place of curiosity would go a long way. Okay, so we start with that initial meeting. And then we say, and we come to an agreement, when can we meet next, right? For a little 10 to 15 minute. If you have 300 seconds a day, I'm pretty sure you do, it's 5 minutes. Having those micro conversations like that and just checking in on status. Where are you at with what we talked about last time? It's not always about results. It's about the growing, and it's about the developing, and it's about trusting that process. And when everybody's on the same page, things soar. So if you're willing to make that commitment today, please drop it in the comments. Think about it for a second. Where can I invest this time and my attention into helping my team grow? I think you'll receive some amazing dividends. If you're perfect, raise your hand. I'm not either. So why not grow? Thanks a lot.